Alright, hello and welcome back to another Magic Arena video here in Tormod's Crypt. I decided to go and do the standard event again, and this time I thought, are Gates decks still a thing now that rotations happened? Can these things compete with what's going on in the current standard metagame? Excuse me. So I decided I was going to give it a shot. So this is my Gates build, and nothing rotated out of it, believe it or not. So I was pretty happy about that. The only thing I did was replace the old Dominaria Forest with the full art ones that I won in whatever event it was. But anyway, the deck I'm going to be running looks like this. We've got 4 Girl Spirals for ramp and card draw, 4 Hydroid Krasis, of course, 4 Gatebreaker Rams, 2 Knight of Autumns. Let's see here, 4 Guild Summits, 4 Gates Ablaze, 3 Deafening Clarions, 4 Circuitous Routes, 4 Gate Colossus, and then we got 2 Forest, 3 Azorius Guildgate, 4 Izzet Guildgate, 4 Gruul Guildgate, 4 Selesnya Guildgate, a Temple Garden, a Breeding Pool, 4 Simic Guildgates, and 4 Plaza of Harmonies. I wanted to cram as many of the different art variations as I could into the deck back when I created it, so I split it between the different versions of the art that were available. So that's what we're looking at right now. We are going to run it in the typical try to race to 7 wins before you hit 3 losses standard event, and we're going to find out if Gates is still a thing, because I have not played this deck in forever. Salsa God 69. Now that's a name. That's a strong name. Alright, Izzet Guildgate, Azorius Guildgate, then the Plaza of Harmony for a blue, a white, or a red. Yeah, all we really need is a green. So we'll keep this. See how it goes. Lead off the Izzet Guildgate. Since we don't have the ultimate Guildgate to play, which is Golgari Guildgate Go. For that consonance, that alliteration. There's a green mana. So Clarion's going to take that thing out, no problem. I'm not too worried about that. I don't want to see a Cavalcade come out right away. Hell yeah. Dump as many of those bad boys as you want. We're happy with that. So, what we're going to do here is play the Harmony, gain the life back, and we are going to wipe the board. I did not mean to play Gates Ablaze, though. I wanted my Clarion. That's what happens when you play too fast and when you haven't played this deck in forever. You do stupid shit like that. So, let's Guild Summit here. So, sure, blue, and blue, and blue. And we're going to drop the Azorius Guildgate as our land for the turn so we can draw another card. Nothing to tap. Waiting on the opponent to pass priority. Draw a card. Another Gatebreaker Ram. So we got 3 of them. So that's not bad. We're only going to have access to the 1 green mana, though, next turn. Alright. So we'll dump that Gatebreaker Ram. Make him beefy. I really want to get rid of that Torbrand if I can, because right now he's getting super value off of his red spells. So like a... Oh, nice. So any red source that deals damage does what? 2 more damage than it normally would, right? That much damage plus 2, yep. Wow, look at that. Brilliant stuff from the opponent here. Let's get that out there. And... I mean, what are the odds they have another act of treason right now, right? Maybe a Claim the Firstborn, but... So they're going to have to spend 2 shocks, or... Alright.
Not to brag, but I'm totally the best pyromancy student.
So Chandra comes out. Get the elementals out. I'm going to guess they're not going to attack with Torburn. Just because it would be kind of silly to let him go. Yeah, okay. So I think what we're going to do here is Circuitous Route. And then we'll still have 2 lands on tap, so we'll get the Gate Colossus out. So let's go Gruul Guildgate, and let's find Simic Guildgate. Get those out there. Draw some more cards. Oh, yeah, we got that Gates Ablaze ready for next turn, so that'll be nice. Alright. So, yeah, we're going to swing. Let's knock that Chandra out of the way. Just to get her out of there.
I'm late to meditation
We still have the
anyway.
Gate Colossus to block the Torbran. Alright, so the Gate Colossus can only do 8 damage to us, but if they have a red burn spell, we're going to have to trade here, which is kind of a bummer. So we're going to take 4 from the Torbran. Maybe play a creature? That'd be sweet. Ah, there's that Cavalcade. Okay, so what we do here is we play the Knight of Autumn, and we gain a life. Then we drop a Guildgate, and we put our Gate Colossus back on top of our deck, draw a card, we get the Colossus. Then we Gates Ablaze. Nope, okay. So we beat Mono Red, a Mono Red Cavalcade build. 1-0. So we'll take that and move on to game 2. So far, so good for the Gates. Bida. Buida? I don't know. It's not my username. I can't pronounce it. This is a really interesting hand because we've got the creatures we need. We've got access to 4 lands, but it's going to be a little slow. Although we could shock with the breeding pool if we wanted to. So we don't have access to white yet, which means our Clarion won't do much for us. So they've got Improbable Alliance, and that's whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a blue fairy token. So that's kind of a bummer, right? I am going to shock myself here to go ahead and get this Gatebreaker Ram out and hope that they don't have a lava coil right now. Because next turn, we'll Guildgate and we'll Circuitous Route. Keep looking at my Ram. There's an island. What do you got? Oh, Bone Crusher Giant. They just play it though. Cool. That actually works out quite well for us. So, oh shoot, it's going to be tapped. So, we're not going to be able to play the Circuitous Route because I forgot that the Guildgate comes in tapped. So we have to take a turn off. They're eyeing up that Ram again. We're out of Lava Coil range now, but they could bounce it. Or something. Lock it down with something. Okay, they're going to bounce it with a Brazen Borrower. Swing for 5, which is fine. So we are still frantically searching for a white source here. Because that Clarion would really come in handy, especially if they cast their Brazen Borrower here. Because then we could wipe the Giant, the Token, and the Borrower. But for now, we just wait. It's a good card to discard to thrill a possibility. So we don't have a way to block the fairy, obviously. Hit 1 there. All right, beautiful. So I think what we'll do, excuse me, we're going to get that out there. Then we're going to Circuitous Route. We'll grab an Izzet Guildgate. And we'll grab a Selesnya Guildgate. Then we'll drop a Gate Colossus. Next turn we'll Clarion. So we're going to swing with a 9/9 trample here. See what the opponent chooses to do. They just eat it. So if we can fire off the Clarion next turn and Knight of Autumn, we can wipe their board and gain 4 life back, which will put us at 15. And should still have land left over, yep, for the Gate Colossus. That's in the hand. So that'll be nice. If we can wipe the board next turn, if we can wipe the board, then we can kill them if they don't do anything about our 2 creatures on the board right now. I think I'm going to lead with a Knight of Autumn just to see if there's a stick. If they leave lands untapped. Yeah, kind of like that, right? So let's go with the Knight of Autumn. There's that stick. So they're going to let us have that one. So let's gain the life here. And then 1, 2, we get Krasis for 3 to draw a card and gain 1 more life. And also have a flyer. So let's go ahead and try that. We'll see what happens if they choose to counter this. So we don't have a flyer. They do not. More Krasi in the hand. We'll Gate Colossus and Gatebreaker Ram here. Ram is trample. Colossus does not. So they'll flash in the Borrower, which is fine. So they have enough power if they want to completely block the Ram to kill it, but then they're taking 8. Alright, so they lose the Giant, they lose the Fairy tokens, they've got the Borrower. Now they've got to deal with a wide-ass board. The Krasis also has trample. Okay, there we go. Alright. So far, so good for the Gates. That's 2 games down, 2 wins. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't surprised by that. I don't think I necessarily anticipated it going quite this well with the Gates. But I'm happy with it. I'm glad that it's still viable because I thought it was such a cool concept that Wizards had. Oh yeah, we'll keep this. We got some ramp and card draw, a Circuitous Route to really ramp up, a Gates Ablaze to wipe stuff out until we can get some stuff on the battlefield. Yeah, we'll keep this. Alright. Right before I could say once our opponent decides what to do, they decided. Alright, some black-white shenanigans. Let's get a blue source out right away, and then we'll get a green source out so we can growth spiral on turn 3. Unless, of course, we draw a breeding pool or something. Or just a plain forest. There are 2 basic forests in this deck. We did not. So we're going to growth spiral and get 2 lands out next turn. There's the Tournament Grounds. Let's go ahead and get the Selesnya Guildgate out. We'll growth spiral, draw a card, and we'll play the Gruul Guildgate just because the forest comes into play untapped, so play out those tap lands early. We can root next turn. So I really like this card, Revenge of Ravens. Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, that creature's controller loses a life and you gain a life. So that's a really cool card that I really like from Throne of Eldraine. Yeah, we're going to ramp up here. We're going to go with the Azorius Guildgate. And let's throw a Simic Guildgate out there. for some more blue sources. Just in case. I'm assuming, since the opponent hasn't really played much of anything, I'm guessing they've got plenty of removal. I'd hate to see a Liliana next turn, because if they drop that next turn, you know, we've got to lose our Gatebreaker Ram. And we don't really have ways of interacting with Planeswalkers in this deck other than our creatures. So if they've got removal, such as Liliana forcing me to sacrifice creatures, you know, or anything else that's just straight up removal, we're in trouble. Double Revenge of Ravens. So now we lose 2 life, they gain 2 life every time we attack them or a Planeswalker they control. Let's go ahead and get the Guildgate out. We'll Gatebreaker Ram. We will Colossus for free. And then we will Circuitous Route. And let's go Izzet and Azorius, sure. Now I'm afraid that there's going to be... something's going to happen, right? Akaya's Wrath, or... there's going to be something that they do here. I maybe should have held back on the Guildgate that was in my hand, just so that I had a way to recur the Gate Colossus if I need to. I think the Gatebreaker Ram's the obvious first target if it's single targeted removal, but, you know, who knows? They're thinking about it here. At least we're making them think. Ah, Stonecoil Serpent. I love that card. So, we'll dump the forest out, because we can. And then we'll get the sheep out, because we can. Then we'll Gates Ablaze, because we can. And we're going to get in there with that ram. I'm wondering if maybe it's going to come back and bite me in the ass that I killed the Colossus there. I took a gamble. Okay, we're okay with that. But they have land to give it Death Touch, but it doesn't matter because we've got a whole hell of a lot of... oh, yeah. There we go. So we're going to give our creatures lifelink, and we're going to Deafening Clarion. We'll pay. So they're going to gain 4 life. We're going to lose 4 life. And then we're going to trample the shit out of them. Good game. Good game. Is that 3-0 already? Shit, I should have played this in the win every card in standard event. I highly doubt this would have performed this well in that event. What are we at now for rewards? 400 gold and 3 cards. Okay. I played... what did I play? Oh, Grixis Control, Fires of Invention. And I got to 5-1 and then ran out of time. The event ended before I could finish. Too busy this weekend. But it was a lot of fun. Some cool stuff that I played against. I don't remember what I lost to, though. But I remember having fun. I enjoyed it. Yep, we'll keep this hand, too. So I think what we'll do is we'll Simic Guildgate. And then next turn we'll play the Forest. And then we'll drop the Gruul Guildgate. Oh, look at that. Our opponent is growth spiraling as well. Temple of Milady. Yep. So Forest, growth spiral, draw a card, another Selesnya Guildgate. Let's go. This is kind of a bummer. There's no real good way. Let's go Gruul Guildgate. That's fine. We have plenty of white in the hand, and it's not like we need the Clarion next turn right now. Plus, the more stuff they put out that's susceptible to the Clarion, the more effective the Clarion is. Once upon a time, I really like this card. Especially if it's in your opening hand. And you can cast that shit for free. If it's the first spell you play that turn. We'll drop the Azorius Gate. And then we'll drop a Gatebreaker Ram. 5/5 right now. Good position here. Opponent shocks for a Temple Guardian and plays a Golos. Of course it's a Golos. And there's that goddamn Field of the Dead. So we're going to hang out of that Deafening Clarion. We are going to Selesnya Guildgate here. Target artifact or enchantment? Yeah. So we'll play the Knight of Autumn. We will destroy the Golos. It's too bad you can't destroy a land with it. It'd be great to knock that Field of the Dead out of the way. Oops. Are you oopsing me? I mean, I don't see how that's an oops. Alright, do we want the Ram here? Or do we want to Guild Summit? I think we're going to Guild Summit. So let's go blue, green, sure, a white. That's nice. We'll tap this, and we'll tap this. Draw 2 cards. Beautiful. That's not going to come into land, or come into play tapped. So I'm going to actually put one that does come into play tapped out on the battlefield first. We can drop that Plaza of Harmony next turn. I mean, I'm really not afraid of this yet, so... I don't know how many Realm Cloaked Giants they play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Krasis for 5, nah. So we'll Gatebreaker Ram. And we'll Gate Colossus. We have Guildgates in our hand. If we lose the Colossus, we can dump it on top of our deck next turn. And then play out the Krasis if we wanted to. Still not worried about that Field of the Dead. Sure. Let's go ahead and Selesnya Guildgate here. Draw another card. What do we got for gates? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 gates. So we're going to go ahead and Gates Ablaze then. Oh, I counted wrong. Oops. That's a land, not a gate. That's each creature. I don't want to do that. We're just going to skip the turn and hope they don't have like a Disfigure or something in their hand. I totally forgot Plaza of Harmony is not a gate. It is a land. What's the... There's another gold land from the Ravnica... The Return to Ravnica. Return to Ravnica. That is a gate. I can't think of what it's called right now. And I totally... right over the top of my head. Ah, well. That'll work. That'll work. That'll do it. Top deck what we needed. Didn't even have to use that Clarion because the Field of the Dead didn't really go off. So, happy with that. That's the first time I've run into a Realm Cloak Giant, though, since Eldraine's been released. So, that was cool to see. That guy's going to have a slot in my... God, what is it? The... Kalia's in my head, but it's not. Who's the giant... EDH deck that was reprinted in the Commander Anthology 2. Oh my god, I'm having a total brain fart. I can't remember. Yeah, we'll keep 7. Hydroid Krasis, Gate Colossus, Growth Spiral, 3 Guildgates, Gates Ablaze. We like that. Ooh, is this gonna be the first mono black deck? With a Gutter Bones, this might be black red. But we'll see. Yup. me a land. Yes. All right, we're gonna get hit pretty hard here, which is fine. We're gonna Clarion, and we're gonna get hit by all of Judith's triggers. And oh god, 4 from the Butcher. Yeah, and this one might be this red-black aggro is not anything we are built to withstand. There's a hasty boy. Yep. That's how you lose in 4 turns, kids. You play red-black with a Gates deck. That red-black aggro. So there's a loss. But still, 4 wins before the first loss. I'll take that. I'll take that all day. 3 wins and 2 losses left before the event is finished. How's it gonna end? Alright, Dom Dude 111. With your Rakdos. So I like having Plaza of Harmonies, but I don't like it when I only have 1 Guildgate, meaning I'll only have access to white or blue. So I hesitate to do this, although if we do get a green source or a red source, we're okay. And then we could always Guild Summit too, early. Boy. There's so many lands in this deck, though. I think I'm going to risk it. Because all we need is 1 more gate, and then the Plaza of Harmonies. We get 6 life effectively from 2 cards. And it shouldn't be too hard for us to get 1 more gate. He says as he can't draw 1 more gate. And can't Growth Spiral because of the fact that Plaza of Harmony only taps 4 colors that lands you control can produce. But we can get the other Plaza of Harmony out and actually gain life off that. So next turn, we will be able to Guild Summit, I think is what I'll do. I don't know. Is this going to be Jeskai Super Friends? Or like Jeskai Fires of Invention or something? Interesting. So let's Plaza of Harmony. And then let's Guild Summit. And let's tap you for blue. You for white. And you for green just because we can. And then let's draw 2 cards. Because drawing cards is the name of the game. Well, the name of the game is Magic, but you know what I mean. Fires of Invention. Yep, there it is. Chandra? 4-drop Chandra? Oh, a Narset. Okay. So that shuts down our card draw.
No one can hone your prowess.
There's a time wipe. So this isn't draw, right? It's search your library for and put them on the battlefield, and this is strictly draw, right? Is it the Wanderer? Or no, Ashiok, that you can't search your library for stuff. So let's go ahead and Circuitous Route. And we'll Izzet and Gruul. Draw 2. Play Guildgate. Oh, shit. We can't draw off that. I was just talking about that, and it totally slipped my mind. Alright, so we gotta get the Ram out, but they're gonna be able to time wipe as long as they get 1 more land. Or they can fucking do that. Prison Realm. Now they can. Now they have land to time wipe. They can Prison Realm. This one is going to suck for us. So let's Ram. And pass the turn. So it's going to get Prison Realmed. We know that's going to happen. But that effectively forces them to be only to be able to play 1 more spell this turn then, which is fine. Or they bounce it to our hand now.
Stand by and
Yeah. This is going to be a rough matchup for us because, like I said it in the earlier game, we really have no way to deal with planeswalkers. And they have a time wipe and a prison realm. Yeah, we're out of here. So that's the way Jeskai Fire's Invention, or any Fire's Invention deck, is supposed to work. Basically, Super Friends, cast a shitload of spells. That's how I play mine. So we sprinted out to 4 wins and quickly came to a grinding halt with 2 straight losses. So this could very well be our last game, depending on the matchup. We'll see. I gotta say though, 4 wins, even in a row or not, 4 wins in this event with a Gates deck, I'll take it. I'm pleasantly surprised by how well this deck is played. Again, there's got to be a way. I'm gonna have to go back and kind of revisit the drawing board, and find out some better ways for planeswalker interaction. So we're going to Guildgate here first, and then we'll Forest next turn, and we can Growth Spiral into another Guildgate. Once upon a time. It's going to be an adventure deck, or what? We'll see. We'll grab Foulmire Knight. So we're going to Forest, we're going to Growth Spiral, draw a card. It's Gates Ablaze, so we're definitely going to get the red land out because they're going to have some big fat death touch. Well, not big fat, but tiny little death touch guys that we're not going to want to deal with. So let's go ahead and Guild Summit here. And then we'll play a gate and draw. Gets Krasis. Cool. I like that. That evades the death touch. And the Order of Midnight also cannot block it. So next turn we'll probably Circuitous Route. It's a bummer that the forest is a forest and not a gate, just because the Gate Colossus would be 1 cheaper, but that's okay. Yep, so like I said, it's going to be an adventure deck. Nope, I was going to say they missed their land drop, but not there. So maybe what we do now is we'll be Gates Ablazing. This next turn, we'll draw a card here. Cool. Gates Ablaze. Get all that crap out of here. There's a Questing Beast. That is Death Touch, right? Get that animation out of there. Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Okay, okay. So what we're going to do here is we'll throw another Guildgate out. If we root, we cannot play the Gate Colossus, so we will play the Gate Colossus here. And pass the turn. We'll see if they've got something that can deal directly with the Gate Colossus. That'll do it. Hell yeah, we'll take an action and we'll put that last forest out there. I'm about to take 4 again to the face. So I'm trying to think here. Let's Guildgate. We'll draw him back. Alright, so we can play him for 2, which means Krasis for 3, Knight of Autumn, and gain 4 life. I think we play him out. Then we Knight of Autumn, and we gain 4 life. And then we pass the turn, and we see what the opponent does here. Yep. On our end step, they are going to cast Once Upon a Time again. I thought maybe there was going to be some other sort of spot removal. Maybe a Disfigure on the Knight of Autumn. Or something of the sort. There's another Foulmire Knight. eyeing up that Gate Colossus again. There's the Murderous Rider. The Questing Beast cannot be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. So we are hurt there. But what we can do is we can get the Guildgate out, stack the Gate Colossus, draw the Gate Colossus, play him for 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can Krasis here for 5. So we'll gain some life and draw some cards. There we go. I was hoping to get another Krasis. That's beautiful. We'll just pass the turn here. So we're going to force the opponent to have an answer here. Another Murderous Rider in their hand. Ah, a Legion's End. Shit, that takes the one from our hand. So that sucks. They do have the land if they have another Murderous Rider to kill our Colossus. Checking out our Summit. And this might be another matchup that's just a little bit too much for us, but we'll see. It's definitely not over yet. 12 life is a lot. And if we just catch one Gates Ablaze again, you know, we can get rid of that stupid beast, which will help us. So we could do next turn, lead off with a Circuitous Route to draw 2 cards. Okay, so they're going to trophy that. We don't have any basic land cards left. We only have gates, so we're going to eat 4 damage here. Plaza of Harmony? Yeah, that helps. So we'll Plaza of Harmony. We will Circuitous Route. Yeah, let's grab an Izzet Guildgate and a Gruul Guildgate. Let's do that. Let's draw 2 cards. Take action. Get the Colossus back. And another Colossus back, so we get to do that for free. So that's always fun. And then let's see here. We can Knight of Autumn. Because I want that sweet, sweet life again. Then we'll Gruul Sparrow. Draw a card. Get a Guildgate on the battlefield. Draw another card. What do we got? Gates Ablaze. There it is. Cool. So we can block the Questing Beast with a Gate Colossus this turn. It dies. We do have another Circuitous Route in our hand, so we can get it back next turn. We'll see what they've got here. There's the Fellmire Knight on the adventure. There's some Castle Lockthwain. I couldn't see behind my screen. Yep, Castle Lockthwain. All right. So, what we'll do here... How do I want to do this? Let's get a Guildgate out here and draw a card. Get you out there. Okay. So, let's go ahead and do this because we still have the route. So they'll chump the Gate Colossus, which is fine. Because we have ways of recurring that, actually, on this same turn. Yeah, they're going to take the Knight of Autumn out. Okay. That's fine. We're going to pass the turn and see what the opponent does here. This turned out to be a much more exciting game than I had anticipated. Hey, there's a Questing Beast. And a Love-Struck Beast. Ooh. So next turn we'll Gates Ablaze and... Okay. There is no next turn. Opponent said no thanks. Cool. So now we're at 5-2. Ardenvale Tactician and a wee Dragonauts. Yeah, 5-2. So we made more than our money back. We're actually making 600 gold and getting 3 cards. 1 rare and 2 uncommons, so that's not bad. The little Gates deck that could going on here right now. Ooh, that was a quick matchup. I like that. Kvalettis. Here we go. So we got a Growth Spiral and a Simic Guildgate and a Forest, which is great. So we can Growth Spiral turn 2. I'm going to keep this hand because we got the Guild Summit as well, a Gatebreaker Ram, and a Circuitous Route. This is a good hand for a Gates deck, but the only thing we're missing is red mana and a Gates Ablaze. So this may be mono red, or it may be mono red. My God, mono white, like mono white aggro. Yep. Okay. So I just saw CGB today published a deck list for a very similar, I'm going to guess, this white budget, basically, aggro deck. So red mana would be great along with the Gates Ablaze. We can get the red mana with the Circuitous Route, so if we can pull a Gates Ablaze, we're going to be real happy. There's that stupid Loxodon. Circuitous Route. Okay, so we're going to Plaza of Harmony. How do I want to do this? Do I want to take a risk on this? No. So we're going to Plaza of Harmony for blue. Tap you. And tap you. Then we're going to play you. We are going to take a shitload of damage next turn. So that's why we need... Beautiful. So next turn, we're not going to be able to. We won't have the mana for it. It took too long. Because it'll be... Yeah. That's a big old bummer on that. What do we want to do? I mean, I guess our only play is the Ram, right? There's really nothing more we could do. That's a bummer. So yeah, that's the white aggro deck that everybody's going to be playing now. Mono white aggro went away for a very brief amount of time after rotation until people started building this deck, and it is just filthy fast, kind of like that black-red aggro deck that we ran into. But we made it to 5 wins with 3 losses. Did we get anything decent? Another Liliana, another Angrath, and a Chandra's Triumph, and 600 gold. So not terrible card-wise either. So yeah, that's it. That's the Gates deck. We went 5-3 in the standard event. So I'm happy with that. It was a good matchup, or a good deck. Functioned a lot better than I thought it would. Some matchups obviously better than others. We definitely need a way to deal with planeswalkers in this deck, and it would be helpful if we had a way to deal with aggressive decks. But unless you've got red mana and Gates Ablaze very early, there's really not much you can do against aggressive decks either, because they just go so wide so fast, and we don't. Our goal is to go wide with mana, not creatures. So that's that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a ton of fun playing it and making the video. And until next time, have fun, play some Magic, and we'll see you later.